Do you use body-worn cameras?
That's a great question, Karen. And to answer your question, no, we don't. As firefighters, we don't have any types of cameras that we take on any types of scenes. When our arson investigators are on scene of an arson, they do carry cameras to record the scenes, but I'm not the expert in that. I'm going to turn that question over to Chief Vredenbergh, and she could expand on that a little bit.
Right. So when that mandate came out, Fire Investigations Unit explored that to see if we would be required, along with Denver Police, to have to use the body-worn cameras. And the conclusion after discussing it with City Attorney's Office was that Fire Investigation Unit functions as a detective, and other components to it that made it so that the investigators would not be part of that mandate requiring body-worn cameras. A lot of it had to do with the fact that they're functioning as a detective, not necessarily as a patrol officer.
On those scenes, just to expand a little bit, police are on most fires with us. So there are body cameras on site of fires. Also, sometimes on incidents that involve violence, if it's a shooting or a stabbing or something, obviously police is on site. But they're obviously wearing cameras. But again, to answer your question directly, the Denver Fire Department does not wear any body cameras.
And then maybe to piggyback one other addition to that, when you look at what a fire investigator does when they're on scene, a lot of it has to do with finding origin and cause. In fact, around 70% of our fires annually are really more cases that are not related to the act of arson. It's other types of fires. So when they're going into a fire scene, they're going inside with all their respirators, protective gear on in, trying to dig a scene to find origin and cause. So there are some also limitations related to them being inside a scene digging, as opposed to contacts as much as you would think from a patrol officer. It's a little different.
Okay.
Thank you for that question.